Hi, my name is Joan Ranquet. I'm an animal communicator, author, and founder of Communication with All Life University. And today, in this 10 steps to better communication with your animals, we're going to talk about boundaries and obedience, which is not everybody's favorite topic. And it certainly keeps me busy as an animal communicator and gives me plenty of stories to write about. So why are boundaries and obedience really important? Well, if we go through kind of what we've been doing in this series, where it's say what you mean what you say, and having an emotional leadership and being the person that you want, that your animal sees you as being, and having some quiet time and having some fun and having some exercise, boundaries is a natural kind of outpost of that, in that you're setting the rules, you're setting the tone, you're setting the emotional tone, you're setting the timing that you get out and do maybe you're walking or do whatever it is. And having good boundaries around all of this is really important for them. If you look at any dog pack, wolf pack, coyote pack, horses in the wild, there's usually a leader that has more of an emotional leadership, going back to the number 2, but in that leadership, they just have to shoot a look off, and that animal knows, oops, I'm not supposed to be doing that. Or they might get really brave and be brazen about it, and they're going to get smacked down. So it's not like we have to do any smacking down, but we do have to say, you know what, here's the deal, we're doing it this way. Every now and then we have to be pretty strong with our obedience and our boundaries. And you know, the one thing that that's great about obedience, doing any sort of little training, and you can do this with cats too, believe me, I love playing with obedience tricks with my cat, is it gets their mind thinking. You know, if they aren't engaged mentally, even small dogs and cats, as I said, you know, they could check out, they can, you know, drift away mentally, and they're not really with you. So having some boundaries is really important. Now, you know, people never believe that I would put a cat in a timeout, but sometimes my cat knew that she was in trouble, my old cat, and she put herself in timeout, just like that, because she knew she'd done something bad. So animals understand boundaries, and they don't mind boundaries. They need boundaries. So it's a good time to assess what sort of boundaries and obedience you have going on in your house, because often little teeny things like having your dog stop and you go out the door first, little teeny things like that create boundaries that puts them back to looking at you as opposed to being in a free-for-all. I have a lot of people that resist the idea of training because they think that animals should be free. But we don't live in that kind of a world. If we open the door, they're going to get hit by a car. So having them listening to us and obedient to certain things is keeping a larger amount of freedom than the idea of just letting them run free. Because sadly, the way that this world is set up, they're now, you know, they wouldn't last long being free. So really look around at how you could shift your household with just a few boundaries, because you'll see that it's one of the many keys to creating great communication. Thank you.